leasing agent. So usually first I have to pop my way in through the back and get to the office, make sure I have the office door unlocked. I'm usually there at least between 10 to 15 minutes before opening to make sure that, everything's situated. Make sure the blinds are open, office is set up, make sure all the not flyers, but like brochures and everything set up on my desk. I'm checking out to see if any notes is left from security or any residents that may have had any issues last night or wanted to leave, something in the rent box, reading my devotion.
On July 31st, officers responded to Westwood Apartments in the 3100 block of Robinson Street in Jackson, Mississippi. According to Jackson Police Chief, a man shot his wife multiple times at the location before he barricaded himself inside the leasing office. The police chief said that the victim, who was identified as 24-year-old Maleah Bess, worked at the apartment complex. Maleah Bess was married to Ron Christopher Allen, who was 52 years old. The couple was apparently having some problems within their marriage that caused Maleah to move out as she didn't feel safe. Her husband allegedly shot his estranged wife 7 times after finding out she had a boyfriend. Now, this is all alleged. When officers arrived at the Robinson Street apartments, they found the alleged shooter, whom we now know was her husband. He was covered in blood and he had blood all over his shirt. That's when the suspect barricaded himself in the complex leasing office and fired additional shots. He eventually surrendered and the murder weapon was confiscated. The couple had been married for less than a year, and Maleah was from Chicago and was a recent graduate of Jackson State University. And this is very sad. This is another one of those domestic violence situations gone wrong. This is happening a lot more often now. And the only red flag that I can see was their age gap, the age difference. Maleah was only 24 and her husband was 52 years old. He was almost 20 years older than her. I don't know if that was a concern, if that caused any issues within their marriage, but we don't know. We may never know. But it's very sad that she went to work that day and lost her life. And I'm glad that she's getting justice, as he is now in jail and his bond was denied. And it's just very scary out here, ladies. Please be careful. And I thank you so much for tuning in to True Crime with Denise, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Remembering a murder victim. Now at 10, those who knew this young woman, 24-year-old Maleah Bess, are honoring the life she lived. The apartment complex manager was killed while at work at a Jackson apartment complex. Thanks for joining us here tonight at 10. I'm Megan West.
And I'm Troy Johnson. Jackson police have her husband in custody tonight, accusing him of her murder. The situation unfolded at Westwood Apartments just after 11 this morning. Police said that Bess's husband, 52-year-old Ron Allen, surrendered more than 2 hours after the standoff began. Chief Joseph Wade said it took several surrounding agencies to arrest Allen.
35th homicide of the year compared to 71 this time last year. We've shown a drastic reduction in homicides, but again, this is domestic related. This is a husband taking his wife's life, then putting all of these other people's lives in danger, including law enforcement. Very sad day, but I'm glad that we were able to mitigate this situation without any further loss of life.
Friends and family are mourning the loss of Bess. Those closest to her say the relationship had become dangerous, and now they're sharing her story in hopes of helping someone else.
I legitimately cannot believe this. I will remember this day for the rest of my life.
16 WAPT's Crystal Tisme joins us live from the complex where Bess worked tonight and has more on what friends had to say. Crystal.
Well, Troy, friends say Bess was a great person and that her death is something that will stick with them for a lifetime.
My last text message was this morning. I told her, I said, "You're gonna be fine. I love you." And she said, "I love you too."
Friends and family are heartbroken after the death of Maleah Bess. Police said she was killed by her husband, Ron Allen, at her job at the Westwood Apartments in Jackson.
She did not want to leave him. She had to leave him, and he didn't want her to leave him. She had to leave him because she just had to for her own safety. As we can see, she did not feel safe sleeping next to him.
Manisha Simmons is a close friend of Bess. She said their relationship was rocky, causing Bess to move out of their shared home and in with a friend. Simmons said Allen was also harassing her at work.
He was actually at my house yesterday on my couch.
Sure was.
And we talked, about them working the relationship out or whatever. And he left. It was nothing. It wasn't nothing alarming. I didn't feel anything.
Bess's friends remember her as a mature, career-driven woman and a great friend. Simmons has a warning to those who may be in a similar situation.
Even if you're not afraid, even if by every single shadow of a doubt in your mind, you think that person would never do that to you, if they threaten you one time, take it seriously.
And this is an ongoing investigation. I'm reporting live in Jackson. Crystal Tisme, 16 WAPT News.
All right, Crystal, thanks. Well, we have been covering this developing story all day. We'll continue to monitor it tonight and beyond.